going on, guys? NucleusOfGaming here today, and I shall be giving you my thoughts and opinions on the Battlefield 4 beta, or beta, depending on how you say it. And I shall be basically just saying some things that were in Battlefield 3, some things that they could have done better with, that they could have improved, what was good, what I liked about it, and the differences in the Battlefield 4 beta. And to get it to start it off, I'll say it that it was a good game. It ran smoothly. That guy with the shotgun, most annoying kid in the whole lobby. He kills me so many times. Most of the time it's because of him lurking around in the container ships, which is unfortunate because I have an assault rifle. So I do switch out to the sniper, and I do switch out to a submachine gun, and submachine gun works a little bit better, but I needed to really upgrade my assault kit. So yeah, the game ran really smoothly. I liked, how do you kill each other? How do you kill each other? The game ran really smoothly. The graphics were very clear. They were nice and crisp. And how do I kill this guy? They ran really well. The game was true to everything that it stood up to be, and yeah, I liked it because of that. Now this grenade, and I'm getting off topic, this grenade, double kill. I know, I'm a boss. So yeah, the game ran really smoothly, and everything about the game, like the whole, it's hard to explain just how things went, really. How the servers kept up were fairly good. There was a bit of a problem connecting, just trying to get into the beta. However, that was kind of an on and off thing. It was kind of what time of day you jumped on. That kind of depicted how well you went, kind of with GTA 5 online. Kind of when you went online, kind of when the servers were best. You really had to pick it. I got pretty lucky though, and I was playing on PC, and like I said, the graphics were extraordinary. I mostly play Battlefield 3 on the console. I do play a little bit on the PC. However, the difference between it was phenomenal. Like, the graphics that you see here, it was like 10 times better. Everything was crystal clear. You know, it was really good. They reckon it's in 1080p, but it's a lot better than 1080p. I reckon like all the guns and stuff, they'd be in a very high resolution, because they were really clear. The guns looked great. The whole surroundings were very stylish. It runs off a Frostbite 3 engine, not a Frostbite 2 engine like Battlefield 3 does. So things like how well timed everything was, kind of how responsive the engine was that ran the game, it was all good. I didn't have many problems with lag, which was a very good thing. The lag was very solid, and very competitive with other games, that's always a good thing. I like to find, it's a good thing to find with games, because if there's a lag problem, then that really screws it up for everybody, which is unfortunate. But luckily, that's not the case. Now, depending on guns and stuff, the guns were fairly balanced, I can say. You really, like, if you just went in there with no kind of knowledge of Battlefield, you would have gotten screwed over. I have a reasonably good knowledge of Battlefield, especially with like first-person shooters. I know how all of the games run, and etc. I know what to do. I know how to play the game pretty well. I've played it for quite a bit of time. So, yeah, it was good for me. It was enjoyable. However, like I said, if you came in there with no knowledge, you would have found it very hard to try and compete with players. I played on, I forget the name of the map. It was the one with the destructible building. Basically, you need 3 players to all throw C4 onto this building, and the building will come down. And you can get quite a lot of kills for that. I'm talking quite a lot of kills. Because you will get, playing on PC, you can have 32 guys on a team, 64 in a lobby, and there'll be 5 to 10 guys up in that building, for me, I found mostly. So, we'll destroy the building, and then you can play on the rubble of the building. So we were playing Conquest, and there's a Conquest flag up the top of the building, and so we destroyed the building, and then the flag's on the bottom, on the surface of the ground, which was cool, and it made it this new kind of way you could play. And that's how the Frostbite 3 engine works. It's really good with the destructible environment, how you can blow up stuff around you. Like you can see here, there's a big hole in the building, there's holes in the roof, there's containers falling over, you know, there's huge mortar patches on the ground where the ground's been dug up. You can see rubble everywhere. You know, that it really did handle that pretty well, if you ask me. And it's good. It ran quite nicely. Here's me going a bit of a spree, and I didn't realise that was there, the radio beacon. I'm like, oh, where is? I might just destroy that, and I'd die. I'd die because of that. A little camper in the corner. Yeah, it was good. Sniping was fairly good. It's fairly balanced. Very much like Battlefield 3 in my opinion. Basically the game's like Battlefield 3 but better, if that's possible. I highly recommend getting Battlefield 4 by the looks of it. If they don't change anything up for the worse, then definitely get Battlefield 4. I would highly recommend it as a game. If you were to get 4 games this year, I would recommend getting Battlefield 4, GTA 5. If you're into it, Need for Speed Rivals. If you're into that sort of thing, it's basically like GTA 5 without the guns and the girls. However, the driving experience is more enhanced. It's like Forza, but with no limits on the road. You can just like drive off the road. You drive, it's like street racing. Put it that way. It's like street racing. So you can get Need for Speed Rivals, and then you can get something, if you want, you can get like Call of Duty Ghosts, or you could get FIFA 14, you know, but I would definitely say Battlefield 4, it's in the top 3 for the games that you want to get this Christmas. Yeah, it's a really good game, it's highly enjoyable. I played with a couple of my friends and it was good, it was very good. Very much a teamwork based game that we did. So like shout outs, saying where people are, spotting people's very helpful. I found it was, if you have a whole team that does that, then it's really helpful in Battlefield 4. Not too many people spot in Battlefield 3. I find I tend to do it quite a lot when I'm sniping, not really when I'm running gunning, because I can't spot someone at that far a range. I see this guy sniping, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll give it a go. My good old SV98 with the 7x scope, and oh, shot him in the head. What? How can you shoot someone in the head and not get a kill? And then there's that guy like, ooh, there's a sniper around here. So yeah, Battlefield 3, it was really good. I found with the gun balancing, most of the time you could put a couple of attachments on that made a game really, not the game, the gun really overpowered. I find if you put foregrip, a grenade launcher. So if you put foregrip on, then it actually does something. Not like Call of Duty, it actually does do something. which is pretty remarkable, I know. It reduces the accuracy. It increases the accuracy, sorry. But if you put like a grenade launcher on and you're in like a building, you're gonna get screwed pretty badly, I found, which was annoying. C4 is pretty powerful. Most explosives are pretty powerful. Tanks, they are very powerful, I found. Unlike, look at this. Sorry mate, but your shotgun's not going to get me today at that range. I found the tanks were pretty powerful. Jets, one thing I'd like to see with Battlefield is an increase in jets. So Battlefield 3, I think I've gotten 3 kills with a jet, and that's because I ran into them, into a helicopter. I ran into a helicopter and there were 3 of them there, and apparently that's my kill. Yeah, like helicopters, you can get 5 helicopters in Battlefield 4. It wasn't too hard to upgrade them and put extra types of weapons on them. Jets, though, I think I got 2 kills. Absolutely terrible I am, which is pretty sad. Yeah, I wasn't good with the jets, I found out. So, yeah, so if you're a very good jet flyer, then props to you. But if you're not, stay away from the jets, go for the tanks, because I found the tanks were fairly powerful. They're equally competitive on the ground. Same thing goes really, you can lay down a mine and it will explode the tank. That's always fun to do. With the bikes and the ATVs and stuff, that's still about the same. You can put C4 on those and blow them up as a suicide, or you can jump off them, but I don't like to jump off them. I find that's a little bit pussy. I like to go all the way if I was to do something like that. Yeah, it was a really good game. It ran really, really well. Like I said, it's a very good game to get. If you get to get 4 games this year, I'd recommend getting it. If you get 3 games this year, I'd recommend getting it. If you were to get 2, you'd have to be pretty certain. I would recommend playing it before you got it, just so you can test it out. But yeah, that's basically it. And test it out. I'm pretty sure it's online.